Okay, let's get a little bit of lightning round. Okay, first one up. The client will always be alone because of every decision he makes is a middle finger at the firm. And I don't know if I want to go that far, a middle finger at the firm, because he just tries to do that. And you can really see, I don't know if I would say middle finger. I would say more what Harry does is he's outside the door and he just goes like this. Hey, can you hear me? Hey, I'm here. You will listen to me and you will acknowledge me. And they never actually acknowledge him. They don't actually care that he continues and continues and continues. And I think this is why we're going to see this not end. A lot of people say, when are these two people going to stop? When are they going to go away? I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think that these two people are exactly where they want to be, and they like being on the outside and crying and screaming and complaining, to the inside. At least that's what we're told as the public. All right, next one. Is the client owed protection? No. And you tell me in the comments what you think. 1 for yes, 2 for no. For me, it's going to be a big old number 2, the same way Meghan always does on Harry's chest, because we know he loves that. No. And for me, it's a very simple reason. It has nothing to do with anything except for this. The guy wanted out. That's it. That's how it's been for me since the beginning, since this all started. The guy wanted out, so you no longer get the perks. It's really, truly that simple. If you have a job, right, and that job comes with a company car, a company phone, and a company credit card, right? And then you say to yourself, well, you know what? I don't want to do that job anymore. I don't like the people that are working in that office, and I'm not going to do that job. Okay, bye. Well, but you know what? I mean, I still want the company car, and I still want the company phone and the company credit card. No, Harry, no. You don't get the perks when you quit the job, when you chose to quit the job. Or, as the conspiracy goes, as we're told, because let's face it, these two people don't act as if they're not in the royal family, half in, half out. Don't get mad. Oh, they're not half in, half out. Okay, then they're not. People get so angry over that. I don't know why. All right, last one. The two idiots in crisis over clashing goals. Meghan wants to be a billionaire celeb, and Harry wants to patch things up with the royals, and this is from Tom Bauer. As far as Meghan's billionaire ambitions, let me just tell her something. Ma'am, you're not good enough to be a billionaire. And I know that I'm not supposed to say that. You're never supposed to say never, but this is the truth. If she had better ideas, right? If she had things that were actually viable, then maybe we'd be able to sit here and say, oh, wow, that name she came up with? That's pretty good. I think that name's pretty... No, dude. She came up with American Riviera Orchard. She came up with as ever, as if. These are the things that she comes up with. And unfortunately, if you want to be a billionaire, you have to have an idea. All right. You have to have backing for that idea. Or no, excuse me. The idea has to be good, right? Which her ideas are not good. And then you have to have backing for that idea, which she does, Harry's money, right? And then you have to get lucky in many, many different ways. And I just don't see that happening for her. I'm sorry. And for Harry, same thing. I do not see, and I've never understood this, the whole reconciliation thing. I do not see any reconciliation, at least from the firm to him, never happening. But if this guy was to actually take his balls out of Meghan's purse and use them and say in a public apology, I'm sorry for everything that has gone on. I know I shouldn't have done that. I know my fake black wife shouldn't have done that. We're sorry, yada, yada, yada. Now, of course, nobody would believe him, right? But at least he would still try, even though you and I both know that's never going to happen.